It's 5.
All right, now we're recording. I'm just going to back up for a second. So we are looking at conversions right now. We did 16 to anything divided by itself is 1. Now we got 5 times 1 is 5. What's 1 times 10?
10.
Bored yet? A times 1.
That'd be 1.
No, I gotcha. That'd just be A. Right? The 1 disappears basically when you're multiplying. That's the second thing you need to know. The third thing we need to know before we start doing conversion factors my way is how to multiply a fraction. And most people don't do this very often. And we're just going to keep it super easy. You multiply across the top and you multiply across the bottom. So 3 times 5 is 15, and 4 times 6 is 24. And then depending on your question, you'll decide what to do with it. In this case, I didn't really tell you what to do, but Corey, do you know a number that divides into 15 and 24?
No.
Okay. Hey, Sammy, what about you? Have you found it yet?
I am. Which math one is it? Is it the basic math review, part 2, 1? Oh, measuring. Okay. I will get there.
All right. These are both divisible by 3. Don't worry, I'm recording it now so you can check out the videos later. And that's going to give me 5/8. But that's not huge to worry about right now. 2/3 times. Okay. I want you to write that one down, Corey, and I would like you to do it also. And then tell me what the answer is. No, actually, I can answer a question.
What number? Are you on?
Yeah.
Okay, no, I'll come back.
Okay, I'll find you after.
Yeah.
10 over 27 or?
Yes. No or. That's it. 10 over 27. Okay, that's the preliminary stuff you need to know. When we're using the imperial system, we are going to use conversion factors because you always multiply and it always works. And it's actually fairly simple, I think. This I'm going to call an equivalence. You can call it an equation. I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter too much. But from every one of these where we have something that's equal, we can make 2 conversion factors. And conversion factors are fractions. So I can put 1 foot over 12 inches. That's a conversion factor. Or I can put 12 inches over 1 foot. That's all there is to doing conversion factors. So let's just disappear over here for a second. There are 3 feet is equal to 1 yard. Can you write out the 2 conversion factors for me? Don't overthink this, folks. right, Sammy, can you tell me one of them?
13 by 12 yards or under. That.
So 1 yard over 3 feet.
Okay.
I think you're overthinking. This has nothing to do with it. So Corey, what's the other one? Oh, Corey disappeared. All you do is turn it upside down.
Okay.
So for every equation there, or equivalence, you get 2 of those. Hold on a sec. I have a heater running in here, and I was freezing, and now I'm fine. So let's see how this works. It will be better after you watch the video on conversions. It'll make more sense, but I think we can handle it. So we're going to convert 36 inches into feet. So I start by writing out whatever I have, and I include my units. And I'm going to multiply. And I'm either going to multiply by this conversion factor or this one. And that's the nice part. No matter what, you multiply. And what we figured out the other day is I want the inches to disappear because I want a different set of units. So if I have inches up there, I want to pick the one that has inches on the bottom. So I'm going to put 12 inches, 1 foot.
I am so lost now. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I think, well, you know, follow through on this one, and then we'll try the 15 inches and we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Okay, so you got where this came from, yes?
Okay.
There. And then I want to get rid of the inches. So I want inches on the bottom. So
Okay.
it's either this one or this one. And now I'm going to multiply. And I'll do it completely right, and then I'll show you what we normally do.
Okay.
So 36 times 1 is how much?
36.
Yes. Now, bear with me. I'm going to take my units along just to show you what happens. Inches, foot. So I just brought the words along. Now on the bottom, 1 times 12.
12.
Yes. And I just have inches. So 36 divided by 12 is how much?
Oh my God. 2. No. Oh my goodness.
It's okay. It's 3.
3. Yes.
Okay.
I knew that.
You did. I know you did. And then the inches disappear because anything divided by itself cancels out to 1. So it disappears. And I'm going to do a little grammar thing. And I'm going to change it. I don't want to say 3 foot. 3 feet. And there's
3
our
feet.
answer. 3 feet.
Oh, okay.
Normally what you do though is you just go inches and inches. Bye-bye. And there's your final answer. This is goofy. You don't put that step in there.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't tell you what was going on. See, you've gone from I'm completely lost to, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the converting and then like doing all the other math part and then adding like feet and inches into it. It's like, okay.
It's a little
Don't
different.
do that to me.
I know. It's a little different. Okay, so you try 15 inches.
So
Welcome back, Corey.
Sorry, my Wi-Fi dropped.
Mm. Somebody else was having problems with their Wi-Fi this morning. Let's blame it on, I don't know, Sasktel.
Seems like once a day my Wi-Fi shuts off here. I don't like the Wi-Fi this area. I have to turn on and off the Wi-Fi box at least once a
Okay.
day.
So maybe tomorrow or on Monday, try and do it before class, see if that makes any difference at all for you.
I'll try to, but it like randomly shuts off. We have like 2 here at this place.
Oh, okay. So we were doing conversion factors, and Sammy, I'm going to rat you out. She said she was a little confused, but now she's better. So we got 15 inches and we're going to convert into feet. So we start by writing it out, including our units, and then we pick one of these 2 conversion factors to use. And whatever unit is here is the unit you want on the bottom. And 1 foot. Because you want this and this to cancel out. So I'm going to do the math. I'm going to put a 1 there. That part, you always put a 1 underneath. And then we go 15 times 1 is 15. My inches cancel out. See, we don't put that weird middle step I used there. And we got 12 on the bottom. And our only units that are left is foot. I've decided I'm not marking grammar. I don't care if you put foot or feet. So now what do we have to do with the 12 and the 15?
Divide.
Yes. So, oops, 15. Divided by 12. 1.25 feet.
Okay.
We can do that too. Either one is fine. And like I said, I honestly don't care if you put foot. So for our next one, which one of my 2 conversion factors am I use, number 1 or number 2? Which one do you think, Corey?
Wouldn't be number 1.
All right, if I do that, okay, you're wrong, but I'm just going to show you why. 1 foot.
Oh, 1 time. They're wrong.
Do you see why?
Yeah.
Why?
I multiplying by the feet, so.
Yeah, you're going to get foot squared and it gets all weird. So you always want to put it so that the unit that you are starting with is on the bottom. So let's use number 2. So 1 foot and 12 inches. So then my feet disappear. And then I just have to go 1.5 times 12. And that's going to give me 18 inches. So you really have to watch what unit is here, because whatever's here is what needs to be on the bottom. Try the next one.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with what I have. And I'm going to multiply. So again, I want to multiply by the one that's got feet on the bottom. So it's number 2 here. So then my feet disappear, or 1 feet. And I'm just going to go 12.8 times 12. $153.6 inches. The nice part about doing, oh, I'm getting feedback. The nice part about doing it this way is then it doesn't matter which units you're converting to. It can be feet and inches and yards and miles and all of that stuff. It all works exactly the same way. All right, let's flip the page over and we'll get you guys to try it and then we'll correct them together. But first, let's write out the 2 conversion factors. Corey, what's 1 conversion factor?
I forget.
Okay, Sammy, can you tell me what one of the conversion factors is? What do we do?
12 inches over 1 foot.
Except I flipped the page. I'm in feet and yards now.
Oh. Okay. Oh, sorry. There we go. So 3 feet over 1 yard.
Yep. Okay, Corey, what's the other one?
The top's 1 yard over 3 feet.
Yep. So those are your 2 conversion factors. That's the only thing you can get out of that. So now I want you to try those questions. Don't do the one at the bottom. We're missing a little bit of information to do the one about converting miles into yards. All right, so do this right now. I'm actually going to pause the video and then I'll restart it. Hopefully I'll remember. And we'll go through them together. I'll give you a couple of minutes. Okay, let's take a look. So we have to convert 55 feet into yards. So we start with 55 feet. And we're going to multiply it by something. So out of these 2, I want to choose the one that has feet on the bottom. So 3 feet goes there. 1 yard goes there. So when I multiply, 55 times 1 is 55. And 1 times 3 is 3. And my feet disappear. That tells me I'm doing my math right. But 55 third 3 sounds silly. Divided by 3. For today, we're going to put 18.3. You guys familiar with that, right? When you get the repeating decimal, the right way to show it mathematically is to put that bar on top. It's not exactly 18.3. It's actually 18.3333333. Now, Sammy, is that what you got?
No, because I did multiplication, not dividing.
This part's always multiplication. And then you have to do whatever it says here. So if they're one on top of each other, it's divide. The other way, if they're side by side, then it's multiplication.
Okay.
All right, try the next one. All right, Corey, which one am I going to use? Number 1 or number 2 conversion factor?
Number 1.
Okay.
No, it's the yard ones.
So you want the second one?
I was in the like
See?
because it's
Exactly. You knew already as soon as I wrote it that wasn't going to work because then you got feet squared and nothing canceled. So it's got to be 1 yard over 3 feet. All right, put a 1 there. 2.5 times 1 is equal to 2.5. And 1 times 3 is 3. And then the feet disappear. So 2.5 divided by 3 is 0.83. And I've got that, sorry, I moved that too fast. I've got that repeating decimal again. So I'm going to put a bar. We'll see that a lot in this section. We'll get repeating decimals. It's no big deal. I will show you, not today, maybe on Monday, how to get rid of that or some other options. But for now, it's perfect. And that is yards. Okay, I'm going to stop again and let you guys try those last two. Stop the video. Okay, we're back. We got 100 yards and we want to convert that into feet. So this time, I want to use this conversion factor because it's got yards on the bottom. All right, so 100 times 3. And then on the bottom, I got 1 times 1. And I want to check yards on the top, yards on the bottom, they disappear. So that's going to give me 100 times 3 is 300. I'm going to ignore that divided by 1 down there. And feet. All right, very last one. And then I'm going to show you guys a trick to double check your work. And I don't know, it's a good way to double check. We'll go with that. So 0.5 yards. I'm in yards, so I want to have yards on the bottom. And I need to have feet on top. Oh, 3 feet. So I got 0.5 times 3. My yards disappear. 1.5 feet. Okay, Time for some honesty here. Corey, how'd you do on these questions? There was only 4. How many did you get right?
Around 3 out of 4.
Okay.
Last one I didn't get right.
You know what you did wrong?
I did it the wrong way.
No,
I
backwards.
Yeah.
Okay, Sammy, how'd you do?
The first 2, I didn't get really understanding, but the second 2, I second guessed myself. If I did multiplication the first time, I got the same answers, but then I erased everything and did division.
Okay, so this is the part that's not in the curriculum anywhere, and it's a silly trick. I don't even remember who taught me this, but there's 2 phrases you need to remember. And the first one is silly baby dancing. And the second one is a busy soccer mom. To use these delightful phrases, you have to know which are the big units and which are the small units. So you got to know your reference. So Corey, I'm going to pick on you because Sammy may have missed this. How long is a foot?
12 inches.
It's about 12 inches, but it's about that much. It's about the size, honestly, just go with the size of your foot, give or take. Okay. And a yard is about the distance from my nose to the end of my fingertip. So which one is the big one? A foot or a yard?
The yard.
Sammy, you concur? You agree? Yard's
Yes.
bigger?
Yes.
Although, I can't believe I just did that and it's on the video and I don't know how to edit it. Okay, so here's the magic. If you have a small unit and you're going to a big unit, you're going to divide. So if I have 55 feet, which is a small unit compared to yards, which is a big one, I end up dividing and I have my answer.
Oh, okay.
So honestly, I've lived 95% of my life not using conversion factors. Not that I use these, but it works too. Because sometimes the conversion factors, people are just like, no, it's too much. Okay, so see here again, feet, which is small, to yards, which is big, we divide. Now I'm going to flip the page back. We converted inches into feet. Now an inch is about the thickness of your thumb, give or take. So inches are small. We're going into a bigger unit. And look, we divided every single time. So that's an alternative way to do this, is forget about the conversion factors if you're going from a small unit to a big unit. So, whoops, silly baby dancing, you're always going to divide.
Okay.
On the other hand, busy soccer mom is if you start with a big unit and you go to a small unit, you're going to multiply. So for example, down here, we started with yards. That's the bigger unit. And we're going to feet, which is smaller. So busy soccer, we're going to multiply. And that's all we did.
Okay. Oh, okay. I get that now.
And I will not argue with you if you do it that way. The only trick is that you need to then know which is the big units and which are the small units. And I mean, if you've done, I don't know, construction. Okay, before we started this, Sam, did you know what an inch and a foot and a yard were?
I knew what an inch and a foot were, but to the yard and so on, that I didn't know.
Yeah, but you can remember which is the biggest one now, right?
Yes, I do. Oh,
Okay, so there's your option. I got no problem if you guys want to do it that way. Corey, how about you? Is this working better for you?
Yeah.
Okay. I know it's one of those I'm supposed to teach it one way, but truth is this works like a charm. As long as you can remember which are the small units and which are the big units, this will work for you all the time. All right. I am going to stop the recording because that's enough for today. I'm not doing the miles into yards. Next Tuesday, when you're here, I will have these ones ready for you. And you can see, you get this when you write your test, and it's got all the conversions on it. And actually, as I'm looking at it,
We'll be doing the test next week.
I don't know, but when you do write the test, you'll have a copy of this. And I think, if I'm looking at this, the foot is bigger than an inch and a yard is bigger than a feet. I think this side is going to be all the big stuff, and this side's going to be all the small stuff. So you should be able to keep that straight. All right, I'm going to stop the video. You guys need a 5-minute break, and then we're going to come back and do science. I need a 5-minute break. And you need the sheet on the male reproductive system. It looks like that.
I was
All right.
glancing at that last night.
Yep. We're going to deal with it today. So
All right.